What up? It's your boy Dayton. Welcome back to another episode of Unbiased Sports Fan. Round one of the NBA playoffs are here, and off to a great start. We have some blowouts, some are pretty close, but I have Paul SALABARRIA.
Yeah, you just call me Paul.
I have Paul here with me to dive into it and get his thoughts on the first round and how that's going. I met Paul a couple of weeks ago when he invited me on his podcast, him and LATOYA, and we'll talk about that later. So you guys can go check that out as well. But welcome to the welcome to the show, Paul.
Appreciate you having me, my guy. Appreciate you having me.
Episode 10, the Big 10. All right, what we're gonna do? We're gonna lead in. We're just going to talk all NBA playoffs today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the Eastern Conference, kind of go through each series and your thoughts on it. And we're going to start with a surprising one, the Pistons and the Magic, 1 versus 8 seed. And I think Orlando, they've taken a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, they took game 3, and it's just I did not, because the crazy thing is, before the series started, me and one of my friends, we were talking about that having the number 1 seed nowadays doesn't really mean you're that team, unless you're like teams like OKC or Denver or those powerhouse teams. But like in the East, there hasn't been like a strong, outside of maybe Boston, that's been like a strong presence of a team. So the fact that you got the number 8 seed that not only had to play 2 games just to make it into the playoffs, but now they have a pretty solid 2-1 lead. Paolo's playing
insane,
lights out. You know what I'm saying? And then
Franz
Bane had a hell of a. Franz is back. Bane had a baller game tonight, and it's just like in game 3, and so it's just like,
dude,
you're up 2-1. You got one more game in Orlando, and if Detroit doesn't even this out going back home, there's a good chance this doesn't make it past game 5.
I agree. And actually, Roman was talking about this before going into the playoffs. Me and Roman were like, Pistons never been in this situation.
It's been a while.
Never been in one. Exactly. Not recently, obviously. But
I think it's 2007 the last time they were the number 1 seed.
Exactly. So what?
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years, 18 years. Yeah. And then also Orlando. I mean, I feel like everybody was picking Charlotte to win that game.
Nobody thought Charlotte was going to beat them. I did.
Orlando was going down, and now they are probably playing some of the best basketball they've played all year.
As an 8 seed.
As an 8 seed. That's tough. And then it just goes to show, I don't know, the Pistons kind of fell off at the end of the year a little bit. Their struggles, man. If they're not on, they're not on, and they're not going to win.
And Cade is playing great basketball. He's averaging, I think, like 37 points in the series right now. But it's like, my question, I guess, for Detroit is, when Cade went down and everybody stepped up for that last 3 to 4 weeks, I get Cade is the guy. I get that.
Right.
I know,
but how did they make it happen? Yeah.
Like, still try to figure out to get them kids still involved to help Cade, because I'm like, you can't expect Cade to carry this the whole playoffs and consistent work.
Right. Especially if they're going to go 6-7 games every single time. Like,
he needs help.
He does. He definitely needs help. And then,
like, y'all got the number 1 seed for a reason. Show us.
Yeah. Why? Like, where's that basketball at? We're not seeing it at all now. So, do you think the Magic can finish it? I know you mentioned it. Does it depend pretty much on
if they keep playing like this? If they keep, even with the loss that they had to Detroit, if they keep playing basketball like this, is Paolo, Bane, Franz, and show up, and then their supporting cast plays their role, Orlando looks like they can take this in the next 2 games, and they can go in Detroit and take game 5.
Right, and then I mean, after that, you don't got to see the Celtics till the Eastern Finals. They won't, right? Because they'll play the 4 and 5 seed if they win. So that's a good little path. And it's going
to be interesting.
Right. And then the Magic also, they always have guys stepping up. I mean, I feel like 5 or 6 of their guys are over 10 points, as opposed to, like you said, Detroit. You got that one. I mean, if Cade's averaging 37, where's the rest of the points coming, you know?
I'm like, you got Miami that's averaging, 2 players are averaging 20 plus points. I think it's
Yep.
Franz and Paulo. They're both averaging 20 plus points. And then everybody else is fitting in where they need to fit in and stepping up when they need to step up. Again, these are both young teams, very
Right.
young teams. The experience isn't there. However, Orlando is showing like they belong, and Detroit is showing like, yeah, we're young, and our age and our experience is showing
In the playoffs, right. I agree. They've never been, or they haven't been often. They've never been in these situations, and now they're down. That's even worse. You know,
and
it's
you're
hard
the
to
top
come from.
seed.
Right. You got all the pressure in the world on you. I was going to point out, dude, Desmond Bain, he's crazy right now. I don't know where he came from.
Dropping 25 points in the last win like that. Again, they're playing good basketball, and it's like, did I think that they were going to be up 2-1? No.
No.
Could they have taken 1 or 2 games? Possibly. But I
Yep.
think they're going to be dominant like this against a Detroit team that has shown them to be dominant all regular season. But this goes back to, like, I don't know, since I've been a kid, the regular season and the playoffs are 2 different monsters.
Yep. I agree
And
with you there.
it's showing.
Whoever, yep, whoever. And I kind of brought up a question. You know, in college basketball, if a team gets hot at the right time, because it's win and done in the tournament, I kind of was saying, does it matter in the NBA? And somebody was saying not as much. Well, I think it kind of does.
I
I
think
mean,
it
it not
does.
not as much as college, obviously, because it's one
Right,
game you're out.
clearly.
But if you get a lead like them, if Orlando can get that 3-1 lead, I think they have it.
I think it does play a factor to an extent, because again, if you already in this aspect, you're the 8th seed going into the playoffs, already being written off before you even made it into the actual playoffs. In the play-ins, you are going into that
Yep.
Charlotte game.
Yep.
Everybody had Orlando written off. They said this
Wild.
is Charlotte's game to lose, right? Like, and Orlando put their foot on their neck and said, "No, we are here."
It was
And
over 10 minutes into the game, the Charlotte
and
game. I
they
was
they
like,
have been
God.
riding that momentum. So
Yep.
to say that you can't say that, I guess you can't, but I still think like that's a good momentum to have, to be riding on this high of like, yo, we're playing good basketball right now. And it's
Team
like
basketball, too.
I don't see it slowing down anytime soon.
No, I don't either. They're looking very good. But Pistons got to figure something out there, or else
It's not gonna
they
look too
might
good.
get upset. Let's move on. Cavs and Raptors. That series is now tied up 2-2.
Right.
Raptors, they're leaning a lot on Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett came out of nowhere. He's incredible.
Where this RJ Barrett been at?
I don't know.
I'm like, when he was in New York, he was
No,
not playing like this. I don't
that's
know
what I'm saying.
what he's been eating, drinking, training under. Like, I don't know what changed. I don't know if it's because he's back at home and he's back in Canada, but like, this RJ Barrett is not the RJ Barrett that I saw in New York.
Right. I agree with
And
you
then
100%.
Scotty is just been playing the way Scotty's been playing since he came into the league.
That
You
dude
know,
is
I'm
an
like,
animal.
he won Rookie of the Year for a reason.
Right.
And I'm like, they're carrying it. I think I personally, I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, and that's cool. I am not a James Harden fan.
But
He's I think he's meshing well with Mitchell and Mobley.
got you.
I think swapping out for Harden, I think, has been a good thing. I'm just afraid that if they do make it past the first round, is Harden going to go back to his old ways of
Yep.
disappearing?
Yep. I mean, he disappeared for a couple of years, I feel like. Honestly. But then he's coming out here. I mean, he's looking like prime Harden again. But I think you're
So
right. If he
I'm
can
not trying
stay
to
on the
get my
ball,
hopes up.
right. Yeah. Let's see. And then, I mean, I was kind of looking at the last stats for last game. Yeah, Harden, 19 points, Mitchell, obviously, he's getting his 20. And then they have a couple players coming off the bench scoring pretty well too. So I think that's, like you said, he's just meshing well with them.
But the fact that it's 2-2, I'm like, it's shaping up to be a good series.
Yep.
You know, I thought honestly it was going to go no more than 6, but this could possibly go the whole 7, just because they're just going back and forth. They're just tit for tat at this point. But honestly, and again, might just be me, the way that they're playing, I don't see either one of these two teams making it past the second round, the semis.
And that leads to my other point. If Orlando can get past the Pistons,
listen, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think either of these two can hold weight. And
that's what
if we're talking about right now, what we're seeing right now,
I mean,
I think Orlando can beat either one of the Cleveland or Toronto.
I agree with you 100% there. But it's gonna be a good series. Obviously, it's 2-2. Yeah. Maybe, hopefully. You want to call a game on that or call a winner on that one?
If I had to call it, if it's at 2-2 right now, if I say it goes to 6, I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Cleveland, okay.
I got Cleveland 4-2 just because I want to say that they have the better team.
I mean, you would look at it and be like, yeah.
On paper, they have a better team.
Exactly. But
it's Cleveland.
True. It is Cleveland. All right, let's head into the 3 and 6 seeds, Knicks and the Hawks, which another one tied. This is my favorite series so far.
This one has been a banger since game 1.
Yep. All close games besides game 4, but 2 1-point wins, 1 point difference.
This is a dogfight. Each one is not letting off. And you can tell, even though Trey isn't there in Atlanta, the hate between New York and Atlanta is still there.
Yep. I agree with you. Yeah, I mean every game too. It's not like just one game.
They do not like each other. And the fact that it's 2-2, I didn't see Atlanta like going stride for stride with these people and with the Knicks. I didn't know. I would have thought the Knicks would have probably got him a gentleman's sweep and went 5-1. But the fact that it's 2-2 and now it's best of 3 at this point, like this is basketball. This is the kind of series that you dream of when you're watching the playoffs, that it's just not like, you're going to get those sweeps every now and then because it's just one team is better. But it's like when you get these teams that are just like grit and just putting it on there on the court every game, like these are the games that, like, Cat had a triple-double in the last game.
Cat,
like,
he can't. That's
like,
another
what
one
is
that
he
came
doing?
Out of nowhere. I know. We got RJ Barrett coming out. We got James Harden. Now we got Cat.
Like, this is, and then I don't think CJ McCollum gets enough of his flowers offensively.
That's another one. Like another veteran that's doing.
Like, I think when he was in Portland, he had to live in Damian Lillard's shadow for all them years. And then when he got traded to New Orleans, he shined. When he was in Washington, but now that he's in Atlanta and he has players around him, he got Kuminga, he got a squad.
Jalen Johnson too. Whew.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he has efficient players with him, and he's showing that he is still an offensive weapon on the court, and you just can't just leave him just wide open because he's going to knock them shots down for you.
Yep. He's a good leader, a veteran leader. That's what you need, on these teams.
Yes.
And he's been there. Nickeil Alexander, this is a crazy stat. He's been going crazy, but he was the most improved player, 9 points per game last year to 20 this game. And he's shown that he is awesome.
Like, this is the kind of basketball that you dream of when you watch playoff basketball, when you're seeing teams just playing just lights out basketball, and just, you don't want to see teams that you expect to have great series collapse under the lights. And it's like, Atlanta is not, they're not giving into the pressure that, oh, this is the New York Knicks. This is supposed to be, this powerhouse team. They got all these players, all these all-stars. But Atlanta's like, that don't mean nothing to me.
No, they go out there and play their game. They play team basketball
They
and they get
play
their
tough.
points. Do you think the Knicks are inconsistent?
I think I think they're a little inconsistent for the simple fact that it's like I expected them to be more dominant.
Right. Okay.
Just because
that makes sense.
You got Hart, you got Cat, you got Bronson Reed, like you have
Michael Bridge,
you got OG Anunoby, you got these players that that you're paying a lot of money for. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm expecting them to be dominant on a consistent basis. Now I get it. These are professionals. Everybody got their way in here, but it's just I assumed the Knicks were going to be a little bit more dominant. Am I mad that it's tied 2-2? Absolutely not.
No. The Cat with the triple double is crazy. I was just looking at that.
Right. 20, I didn't see that 10. Coming.
No,
I did not see that.
I don't think anybody did.
No.
All right. Who do you think takes that one? Ooh. It's hard to those last two series that we talked about, man. I think it can go either way.
I'm going to be evil, and I'm going to go for the upset.
You're going for the Hawks.
I'm going to go for the Hawks in 6.
Funny you said that. Well, funny story. Roman, I had him on 2 episodes ago. That was his sleeper pick. The Hawks.
I think they can pull it off.
The way they go 110% every time they're on the floor.
I think they can pull it off just because they're just playing very good team basketball right now. And then the New York Knicks, if they keep playing inconsistently like this, it's just going to be detriment, and it's just going to be their downfall.
Yep. And Hawks, I wouldn't say – I think they have an above-average bench.
Mm-hmm.
They played 8 players off the bench, but if you look at those that actually played more than 10 minutes, I think they're better than most teams' benches. So I'd call them pretty deep in that point right there.
And if the rotation's working and you only have to use 8 people,
just leave.
Don't change it.
No,
let it play. Let it play.
That's it. All right. So you're going with the Hawks there.
Yeah,
last series for the Eastern, the Celtics, 76ers.
They just came off a win. They blew them out.
I think it might have been, I don't know if it was last game or 2 games ago, that 76ers could have had that game. And they blew it at the end. And after that, I just don't think. I mean, they do have 76ers have 5 guys averaging 10-plus points, but Tatum and Brown, man, that's good.
The fact that Tatum came in, a month left into the season?
I know.
After tearing his Achilles less than a year ago, and is acting like
nothing.
He hasn't missed a beat.
It's crazy, man.
And then
Brown just got better. I know.
Jaylen Brown carried this team to a 2 seed by himself practically.
And I thought, go ahead.
And I personally, I feel like he should at least got some consideration for the MVP talks just because of what
he's doing.
Again, he's y'all's – when y'all won the championship, that's your finals MVP and your Eastern Conference Finals MVP, right?
Yep.
And then he comes back and leads this team to a 2 seed when your other superstar has been out 90% of the season.
Right. That's crazy. And I feel
that's not a testament of who he is.
Right. And he's still getting all of his points he was getting without Tatum. And you see a lot of teams superstar go down. Someone carries them for 2 months. Once that superstar comes back, they kind of drop off. Not Jaylen Brown, dude. No. That dude is an animal.
And it's the crazy thing that they've also been talking for the last 2-3 years. They need to break up Brown and Tatum. And I'm like, I'm glad the Celtics aren't listening to the noise and be like, y'all are good over there. We're going to keep our 2 guys right where they're
right. They're fine.
And on top of that, we're going to pay them.
Yeah. We're going to pay them as much as they want if they keep playing like this. You got freaking Pritchard off the bench with 32. Just hitting threes like crazy.
They look like the only real out of all the top 4 seeds, the 1 through 4, they're the only ones that look and playing like their seed.
Agreed. That, I mean, if you just look at the East, Pistons, Cavs, and Knicks, we just talked about how they all three could possibly be upset.
You can't say that about Boston.
Celtics are not getting upset, I'll tell you that.
No.
And then I put down here VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah.
He's dude, that he's a rookie.
Right.
And he is making a name for himself. I'll tell you that. He's coming off the bench, or he did a few games, and he had not this past game, but 2 double-doubles in a row. But I don't know, man. As a rookie, you can't carry.
I haven't trusted the Sixers in a long time. I think the one thing, and again, this is just me, when they signed, I call him Podcast P. When they signed him, PG, and gave him that massive contract, I'm just like, why? Why would you give Paul George that much money? He hasn't done anything.
Right, exactly.
And he's injury prone.
Yep. You could have got two.
Something.
That is.
And then Joel Embiid always hurt. And then it's like Maxey, you can't count on Maxey to do everything. I'm like,
right. He needs help. Maxey needs help. And Maxey's a great basketball player. But I agree with you. I mean, you got Paul George and Joel Embiid. What? I wonder how many games, if we went back, how many games they've missed the last 3 years. A lot. And they're both probably got big contracts. Or Paul George. Joel Embiid, I mean.
Joel got an extension. I think he got his extension after his MVP season, I think, 3 years ago. But it's just like, I just feel like when they signed Paul George, I think it was like almost like $140, $150 million for like 4 years. And I'm just like, why?
He's going to be – that don't make any sense to me.
Like, why?
Oh, man. And you had a chance to build around Maxey the way he came in the league, but you just put him up there with George and Embiid. But whatever. Philly's going to do Philly things, I guess.
They're not gonna. They're gonna lose. It's gonna be over in 5. There's no way.
Oh yeah.
If they win one more game, that's cool. But I don't see Boston letting this just slip away. I just don't. I don't see it. They're up 3-1.
They will not. No, there's no way Boston loses this series up 3-1.
No.
If they do, I take everything back about it.
There's no way they. There's no way they choke a 3-1 lead.
No. So you're obviously Celtics. You're taking there. All right, let's jump into the Western Conference, which there's some surprises here. Obviously, with the first one, another team that's looking like they belong, and they are a number 1 seed, the Thunder. 3-0 lead. Total domination every single game. Nobody had Suns don't even have a chance before they step on the court, I feel like. And they know it.
Like, at this point, just put them out their misery. Like, just get it over with. Like, just why you even bother show up for Game 4?
It's crazy how good Shea is.
My only gripe, of my gripes with Shea, and I think he is a phenomenal basketball player.
Right.
MVP candidate, understand. I
score
understand.
At will.
I understand. But I swear on everything, that left arm push-off is getting on my nerves.
I will say that last game, too. Did you see that?
Come on.
That's wild how they get some of these
fouls. He is like yanking, like he is pushing people. And I'm like, I know I need glasses to see most things in life, but I'm like,
that's a foul. That's a foul.
I know you see this push. Like, I get sometimes, a little nudge, trying to get him off you. But, like, you're literally pushing this man off you. Like, he's moving 2-3 feet away from you because of the push off. Now, are these defenders probably selling it a little bit? Probably. But like, come on, refs. I know you see that arm extension.
Right. And they know it's coming. So they probably are selling it. But it's 100% a foul. Most of the time, honestly.
Most of the time.
Maybe not every time, but most of the time. And did they I saw somebody put a reel together of the last game and the fouls that they got called on them, the Suns, and then the fouls that were not called against Thunder. It was the
Jesus, I
craziest
need to
thing
find
ever.
that because that has to be just insane.
Dillon Brooks, Dillon Brooks and Booker, all they did in press conference was trash the refs because it was literally, if you just watch this clip, you'll be like, that's the worst ref game I've ever seen in my life. I think one of the biggest ones was Devin Booker went to say he got fouled,
Went
pushed
to
out of
save the
bounds.
ball.
Yeah, and got it teed up.
And they gave him a tech. I'm like, why did he get a tech for?
Throwing
You
the
just
ball back.
tossed the ball back in.
Yeah, it don't
Since when
make
is
any
that a
sense.
tech? I
But
was
I mean,
like,
I'm
y'all
gonna
are
say
soft.
they are, and it's I don't see I see them winning the West. I don't know if maybe not, but if they
I don't know. It all depends to me. The only way that they had like the most legitimate chance to win in the West again is if Denver beat Minnesota. Because Denver, me and my friend were talking about this. There's a triangle, love-hate triangle between Denver, San Antonio, and OKC.
okay.
OKC has Denver, but
Yep.
Denver has San Antonio, but San Antonio has OKC's number.
Got you.
So in the next round,
Oh,
Denver would have played San Antonio. Denver would have beat them. OKC would have beat Denver. OKC would be in the NBA Finals. But now you got Minnesota doing what they're doing.
Spurs doing what they're doing.
Oh,
Spurs beat
right.
the.
This road for the OKC going to the finals is looking a little rough.
We'll get into that matchup. Whew.
But I do not see the Suns winning a game.
A game. No, it's
A
gonna
game.
be done. It's gonna be done tomorrow, right? Or
It's over.
whatever.
They're done tomorrow. Just listen. Stay there. Don't even show up to the court. Send your backups in. Like it's just get ready for next year.
OKC's gonna have a lot of rest after that too. That's another thing. Is they're gonna be so fresh.
Yes.
But surprising to me, maybe not most people, Lakers taking a 3-0 lead. And LeBron looking like he was 10 years ago.
And then it don't help because it's
they counted them all. They counted them out.
I am a huge KD fan. I
know.
I will defend this man forever. But these teams need to he's 37 years old, right? I get it. I'm not comparing him to LeBron because LeBron is 41 years old doing just
something that nobody's done and will never ever
stuff.
Yeah, nobody will ever do it.
I'm not saying that, but it's like to leverage your team for one player and expect to do something. I'm like, I don't know what Houston was thinking. I'm like, I'm not saying that Jalen Green is better than KD, but I'm like, you had a solid team last year that got you the number 2 seed, and you leveraged all that for KD,
which is 37 years old, like you mentioned,
and you're down 0-3.
And most people had Rockets beating them after Luka and Reeves went out,
right? And it's just
that's a series you have to win as Houston to prove what you did with KD was right. The right.
It has to make sense. The trade has to make sense, and it's to go from a 2 seed last year to a 5 seed, and now you can't even win a game because KD's hurt.
Yep, exactly.
So I'm like, this man's eating up your cap space, and he's not even available for when you need him the most.
That's tough. And
what are you supposed to do with that?
He ain't gonna get younger. I'll tell you, he ain't gonna get younger.
I'm like, he's one of the best shooters this game has ever seen. I will give you that. One of the best 7-foot shooters ever. The boy can just shoot from wherever, and he just lights out. But it's just like,
I agree. I mean, they could have built on that young team. Yeah, and I mean, Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, they're stepping up because they know they need to. Obviously, they're playing great.
Lakers are playing great basketball. They're using their minutes. They're using their minutes with Reeves and Luka out. They were like, oh, all right. Next man up.
And they're coming in like they're not missing a beat.
Who's next man up for Houston?
You don't got one. Albert Ingram's their best player now. I feel like, and that's not going to get you to where you need to go.
No,
right? He's a great ball player, but it's not a guy that's going to lead you. Right. And do you see that Braun to Bronny little alley-oop? Dude, that was pretty sweet. That's a sweet moment.
And listen, that. I'm not a LeBron fan. I am MJ is my GOAT, right?
Mine however, too. I'll stick with that too.
However, when people hate on this like the Bronny and LeBron stuff, I'm like, listen, as much as whether it's nepotism or not, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
If my child is coming into the same field of work that I'm going into, and I have the opportunity to help my kid make it, guess what?
I'm coming. I'm using my name. I'm using everything I can.
I'm nepotism all the way through. I don't care.
When people call that out, I'm like, duh. But that's you would do the same. To do. You would do the same. Shit, my dad got me connections to get my job. Like I don't work at the same company. That's what you're supposed to do. Connections, right? And I agree. I don't like talking.
The fact that you get to play in the profession, you're playing in the NBA. Not only is your son playing in the NBA, but you get to play with your son on the same team.
That's so crazy to me.
Like that's a flex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's not something you could just wish. That it's happening in real life.
And it's never happened and probably will never happen again.
The last time this happened, where a son got to play with his father in a professional sport, was Ken Griffey and his daddy.
But baseball,
and that was right. But that was like in the 90s or in the late 80s, early 90s. We're in 2020. For the last 2 years, LeBron has been able to say that he's been able to play with his oldest son on the same team for 2 years,
and in a sport to where he should be 3-4 years out of the sport already.
He should have been retired.
I think too, when Bronny was getting drafted and he was doing the G League stuff and all that, I think there were questions. He's not going to be able to play with his son. Now we're 2 years later. They're playing in a playoff game together after two of their stars went out and they're winning up 3-0. To win a series with your son is crazy.
I would say embrace it. This is a moment that you can't recreate. And like you said, we're probably not going to see something like this in the NBA for a long time, if ever again.
Right.
Like, again, am I a LeBron fan? No and yes. However, I am a fan of the game to understand what the hell is happening in front of me.
Exactly. And you got to respect, you just got to be ecstatic for the guy. I'm not a LeBron fan either, but I had to bring this up because I think what he's doing is truly incredible.
At 41 years old.
I know. He's the best player on the court right now. I feel like
I'm 39 years old, and I can't even do an eighth of what that man does.
Heck no. Dude, I'm 31. I can't do a 16.
Get off of him already.
Yeah, I know. Like, if you want to compare the stats and everything, but when they come at you like, nepotism this, nepotism that, he's only in the
Absolutely.
NBA. Well, guess what?
Absolutely.
He's playing in the NBA in a playoff game, and you aren't. You're jealous. Get over it. It is what it is.
I know your dad didn't hug you when you was a kid, and I understand.
You're right. No, for real. That's what it feels like.
Like this is super legit to watch. Again,
yeah.
To say that you got to see your son get drafted, you get to play basketball, and now you're playing on a way to possibly winning a basketball series, a playoff series with your son.
When your son, was he on the team?
Yeah.
Throughout the year?
Yeah. He was up and down through the G League. He was two-way.
And now getting called up because 2 injuries. Like, think of this, dude. For this to happen, LeBron has to be the best player. He has to be able to play at 41. I hate that Luka and Reeves went out, but they probably had to go out.
A blessing in disguise.
Right. And they're up 3-0. What do you do? Rockets don't have a chance now.
Listen, you just sit in this moment and you just enjoy like what's happening in front of you. Like, again, whether you like LeBron or not as a player, whatever,
right?
Like, you're literally witnessing history in the making.
Right.
Every single night.
Every night. Every single game. And when they go to the next series against OKC,
it's happening again.
And if they somehow, dude,
well, if
I
they
don't even want to get. I don't even want to get out. I don't even want to get into that.
I'm not going to say that they can.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know about that one, but we'll see. But I don't see if Houston finds a way to win tonight, it's going to be a miracle. But I still think at the pace that they're playing, even without Luka and AR in the rotation, like to say that you're up 3-0.
That's a 4 seed. I mean,
you're doing something right.
Exactly. Heading in, Nuggets T-Wolves, dude. I feel like there's a fight in this. I feel like there's a fight in this game, or every single game.
Oh, there's always somebody pushing and punching and shoving.
Golly. T-Wolves up 3-1.
I did not see the T-Wolves being up 3-1.
Without Ant, they just lost.
And that's right. You just lost Ant for like 2-3 weeks. DiVincenzo tore his Achilles. Anthony Edwards he got a hyperextension in his knee and a bone bruise. So he's out for 2 to 3 weeks. So it's like now your main guy is not going to be Julius Randle against probably arguably one of the best centers in the game right now in Joker. And then, you got Gordon coming back. You got Murray still doing you got these dogs in Denver. But again, 3-1 is a very steep hill to climb.
Agreed.
And you're going back to Denver for Game 5. It's very important to keep any type of motivation to pull this off. You have to just take this as one game at a time, and you have to go back home for Denver and be like, okay, we just got to worry about Game 5 right now.
Right.
But
Timberwolves, man, they know what they're in for, and I feel like they're going to be trying to get in their head all night, and Denver just has to stay cool. I mean, that's what they have to do. I think this is a more likely scenario where Denver can come back 3-1, even though they did just lose. The T-Wolves did win without Ant and DiVincenzo. I still think they had an off night.
Minnesota smells blood in the water.
Right, and they're going to get after them, boys. I'm telling you, they're going to try to get Joker mad. They're going to try to get Murray mad.
Even with those injuries, you pulled off 112-96 win over the Nuggets.
I know.
Like
that's not a small win. That's a big win.
And then you got Ayo. Clearly, that trade came in good. I miss him in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are a Chicago fan.
But he went 43 off the bench.
That's crazy. 43 from a superstar. Okay, 43 off the bench is
that's nuts. So I'm like, and this is the thing. You still had Denver just didn't again, they had their players. Murray had, I think he had like 30, 31 points or something like that. I think he had. And then
we'll see. 30.
Right. And I'm pretty sure Joker almost pulled off a triple-double, if I'm not mistaken. If he did it.
24, 15, and 9. And that's my thing.
That is nuts.
And you're losing. And Murray and Joker averaging 25 a game. Jokic averaging a double-double easily. Like you said, close to a triple-double. And you're losing.
And to say this in a losing effort.
When the other team don't have their superstar.
And now you don't have Anthony Edwards. You don't have your point guard. So now your shooting guard and your point guard, your starting point guard, starting shooting guard are out. One, DiVincenzo's out for the whole remainder of the playoffs. He's done. So Ayo is probably going to step up and have to start most likely, which, again, when he started for us, he was fantastic.
Yep.
And now the rest of the squad has to step up in loss for Anthony Edwards, because that's Anthony Edwards is your guy. That's your leader. That's your captain. Yep. Now he's out for a couple weeks. So now you have to hold weight until he's able to come back. And we're going to see. But the fact that even despite losing two of your best players and you're still able to pull off a victory like this, or arguably one of the best teams coming out of the West. One of the few teams out of the whole playoffs that probably could have won the NBA Finals or was slotted
right
to win the NBA Finals this year. Like they were one of the contenders in Denver, and it's like you're down 3-1.
If Denver wins that game, I think T-Wolves have zero chance because they're in their head, but they know they can beat them now without Anthony Edwards. So, and then if you look at the Nuggets, I was just looking at this. They have Hardaway Jr. off the bench with 10 points. That's it.
That's not going to cut it.
3 players have 25 minutes, 21 minutes, 5 minutes, and 8 minutes, all 0 points. One has 2 points. One player off the bench. No, that's what I'm saying. That, like you said, you need a team to win. You need a group of guys.
It's like you want to at least. Go ahead.
Murray and Joker, they can do all this, but like you said, they just lost and they did all that. So I don't know.
This is the thing. In most teams, I feel like if outside of your 5, you want to have, because you are, even with your 5, you have like about 15 people on your bench, including your starting 5, right?
Yeah.
You want at least 6 through 8, maybe 9 in that rotation, rotating with your starters or taking over. You want those role players to give you something
right
off that bench. I'm not saying that Ayo needs to come off the bench and give you 43 points because that's not going to happen every game.
Right. Yeah.
It's not. But in moments like this is where those rotational players make a name for themselves and make a statement and be like, hey, this is why you traded for me. This is why you signed me. This is why you picked me up in the offseason to do things like this. So when you need somebody to step up and put points on the board and get you buckets, I got you. So I'm like, now it's going to be on Ayo and everybody else. I'm like, hey, Ant's out, DiVincenzo's out. What do we do now?
Exactly. And I was mentioning, so we just said it was so crazy how Joker almost got a triple-double. Yes. Murray's putting up 30. How many players you think scored 10 points after that?
For Denver?
Yeah.
2. See that you can't.
You can't do it.
I can't do that.
0 players, 9, 9, 8 for the other 3 starters, and then 10 off the bench from Hardaway. But sorry, the starters though, none. That's crazy.
That's not gonna get it. That's not gonna cut it. If they play like that again, Game 5, it's over.
I agree. I think they could get beat 4-1, man. It's crazy to say the Denver Nuggets are going to get beat 4-1 by the Timberwolves without Anthony Edwards the last 2 games. So
that'll be good for them because they can rest Anthony Edwards to try to get him back in a good way for that next series.
When do you think? When does round 2 start? He won't be back right away, right?
No, he'll probably at most, depending on, because they're the 6th seed, so they'll probably play OKC because they're the lowest seed.
Also, it does work like that. It's not a bracket.
I believe. No, wait. So OKC's going to play LA, so they're playing San Antonio. So they're both up 3-1. I think probably at most he'll miss the first 2 games.
Okay, so
maybe 3.
If you look at it this way, if Timberwolves finish it off, can they even beat the Spurs? Are we eliminating the Nuggets and the Timberwolves if Timberwolves win this?
If the Nuggets were to find a way to pull it off, they could give the Spurs a run for their money.
Right, but I don't.
Even if Ant does come back at some point in the series, Wemby is just too much of an alien.
We're gonna go right into that game because they're up 3-1, and that dude. I mean,
and he came back for Game 4, and he just
he had his debut
14-93. Yeah. Like
I don't understand when LeBron retires, it's all Wemby.
Like let me show you what this man did in his game back. This man said, "Y'all thought I was out." He had, let me see, 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 blocks. He was 3 blocks away from a triple-double with blocks.
Blocks is crazy. You don't even know. Screw says blocks.
Blocks.
That's got to be a record. 7
And
blocks
then
in a game?
Blocks had 28 points. So I'm like, again.
Dude. That he's doing something, like I said.
And this is only his second year in the league.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be all Wemby.
Like, this is nuts to me.
Yeah.
Like, even for me last year, me and like 98% of all of America thought he should have won Defensive Player of the Year last year over Rudy Gobert.
Yep.
There's just the only reason why he didn't win it because he was on a losing team, which I still think is
bullcrap. Yeah, I think so
like
too.
Nobody saw the numbers that this man did as a rookie ever, and the fact that he also has a chance to possibly win the MVP, I don't think he's going to win it because it's Shea.
Yeah,
but like Wemby has San Antonio looking really nice
in year two.
In year 2, like he hasn't even peaked yet.
No, that's what's crazy. You get some more players around this dude, they're gonna.
It's a wrap.
They're 1 seed the next 5 years. Well, they got.
This is a dynasty in the making.
100%, I agree.
This is a dynasty that's not gonna fall anytime soon.
I was kind of worried about like when he first came in. Is he too long? Is he not big enough? Like strong enough?
It's a problem.
Yeah. But
I think the way that he's efficiently playing for his body style, it's making up for that doubt of like, is his body frame too small? But he
can do anything.
Everywhere.
He can do anything. You're not driving to the hole on that dude. He can bring the ball up the court if he wants.
He's a spot-up shooter. He can back you up. He can out-rebound you. He can just throw the ball up, and he's going to get it no matter how high you throw it up. Like, can't nobody out-jump him.
No. Throw it up to him, let him dunk it. He don't even have to jump.
Like you said, get him a few veterans in there to hone his craft even more.
Yep. He is going to be, I don't want to say one of the greatest yet, but if he keeps playing like this and getting better and better,
oh, without a shot.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. When LeBron's it's going to be all Wemby. He's going to be the name, I feel like. Because, I mean, if you look at some of the guys that came in this year, Cooper Flag, think he's a great ball player. Don't think he's Wemby great. Khan.
Like, he'll be great in Dallas, but like.
Maybe I'll give him a couple more years, but I agree. I don't
like
know. He's going to be
good. And even if Wemby doesn't win with the Spurs this year and gets a championship this year, the fact that you went from the worst team in the league 2 years ago, then last year one of the worst teams in the league, to now the second seed in your second year in the league with a new coach.
That's crazy.
With a rookie head coach.
Dynasty in the making. That just proves it right there. You
can't tell me.
Dang, that is, I mean, God, I feel like you said, what he's doing, MVP talks. Not
already in his second year, he's already MVP conversations.
Wild. And then on the other side, I don't know, Portland, Denny Avdija, he's a really good ball player. But that's the same thing as like you look at and then Scoot, but
I'm like he was playing locked in, but again,
he just dropped 0. I don't see
for him being a pick.
I know you can't do that. Get 8 or 9, don't get 0. I think the game before that he did go off, but like you said, you got to be consistent when you get to this stage, and in the playoffs.
But you had them up by 19. And then you let them go on a 73-35 run.
That's crazy. 73, that's what it was?
Yes. Like, you let these jokers just manhandle y'all on TV. You had damn near 20 points on them. And you just let them say, here you go, guys.
And Wemby wasn't there, right? Or was
No.
this last? That's what I'm saying. They had to win that game to tie it up, or to go up 2-1. Then Wemby comes back, they tie it up 2-2. Whatever it is, could be 2-2 easily. They let it. So you think Spurs taking that one?
As long as Wemby doesn't get another concussion, I'm like, I just
100%.
don't see this. I don't see the Spurs slowing down anytime soon.
Go back. Do you think the Nuggets can make a comeback?
I'm like, losing Ant, I think definitely helps their cause in that aspect. But they can't have another bit where their starters don't score double-digit points. Like,
yeah,
you at least need one or two to at least give me like 15, maybe 20 points. And then your bench has to do. You can't be coming off the bench 15, 20 minutes and not score a point. Like,
agreed.
You can't do that.
That's wild to me. When I saw that, that's wild. That's why they lost.
Like, you can't. Your bench can't just have a whole bunch of goose eggs up and down the stat line.
I agree.
It's not gonna work.
All right. So let's see. Next section, we're gonna get into Do You Know Ball Trivia Challenge. Everybody knows now. I'm running a year-long competition. The way it works, Paul, year-long competition.
Okay.
Got the scores right here. If you're in the top 5 at the end of the year, those top 5 come back on here for a Do You Know Ball championship, and it's gonna be all sports. It'll be this one in particular be NBA only, just because it's the NBA podcast. At the end of the year, it'll be all sports, so they'll win a trophy, a prize, all that good stuff.
Right.
And if any of you out there, ask Paul. He wanted to come on. I invite anybody on here. Just reach out to my socials. I'll tag him in the description. But you ready?
I'm ready. Let's run this.
All right. So I gave these guys a couple layups, so I'm gonna give you some. The way it works, you got 12 questions. 4 of the questions have a half point extra bonus point.
Okay.
So out of 14. Which team plays in Madison Square Garden?
New York Knicks.
There we go. Which player was nicknamed the Answer?
AI, Allen Iverson.
Yeah. All right. Who's the NBA's all-time leading scorer?
LeBron James.
Yeah. Just passed
LeBron James.
And which players or which franchise was formerly known as Seattle Supersonics?
OKC Thunder.
Yep. All right. Who holds the record for most 3-pointers in a season for a half bonus point? How many?
It's Stephen Curry, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe 413.
402.
Dang it!
You're on a roll there. All right. Which player won an Oscar for a short film Dear Basketball?
Kobe Bryant. Bean Bryant.
Let's see. Who won the MVP award in 2000?
2000.
Tough one.
That was, if I'm not mistaken, that was the one and only year he got it for Shaquille O'Neal.
Dang, Paul. I should have gone harder on you. Who was the first European player to win the MVP award?
The first European player to win the MVP? I believe it was Dirk.
That's right. All right. Which player has the most NBA Finals MVP awards? Half point, how many?
Which player? I believe it's Kareem, and he has 6.
You saw.
Oh, you said finals?
Finals MVP award.
Oh, finals MVP. I believe then it's Michael with 5, right? No, he has 6. He has 6. Michael with 6.
Final?
Yeah.
Yep. Michael with 6. Let's see. Who God, I took it easy on you, man. Who has the most NBA championships? Half point, how many?
I believe it's Boston with 18.
That's right. He's gonna be leading the board. People's gonna be mad at me.
I like
All right.
basketball.
This was This was so I'll talk to you about that later. How many teams have not won a title?
How
Half
many teams
point,
have
who
not
is
won
the
a title?
half point, who is the oldest team to not win a title?
How many teams have not won a title? How many teams? 4.
11.
11?
11.
Well, if we're gonna say the oldest,
Son. Oh shoot. I'm sorry.
oh,
You
no, no,
you
no,
you
no. You don't have to
you
get
could
it.
have
It's
got
okay. Yeah.
that. I apologize.
No. I stopped after the whole West Coast because I keep thinking
Um
everybody on that West Coast be winning championships, but I forgot about Phoenix.
let me double check this though.
Can't
Would
get them
you have
all.
known this? Would you have known the Suns?
Nah,
Okay, okay. I won't feel as bad then
nah.
because I kind of got jumped the gun early there. All right. Which team won their first NBA championship in 1999?
That would be the San Antonio Spurs, and Tim Duncan was the MVP.
I like that. I like that. Um, how many is that? Oh, you got one more.
All right.
Oh, when the Toronto Raptors win their first NBA championship?
2019.
There you go.
Beat the Golden
Dang,
State
dude.
Warriors, I believe, in 6 games.
That's crazy. You do like basketball.
I like sports.
Whenever we were talking about it, you were like, oh, I'm gonna have to study up. So I was like, let me go easy. I was like, oh my god. Hey, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 out of 14. You'll be tied with Roman at the top.
Let's go!
That boy got 12 out of 14. Good job.
Nice.
Because I think you only missed one.
I missed the
one and 2 half points.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, that's a great score. I'll tell you that right now. I was not expecting that, but great job. Let's see.
Wait till you see the other stuff if I make it to the top 5.
Oh,
listen,
you will.
This knowledge.
Oh God, he's gonna. I know because what I've been doing, and I'm sure we got a long year, but
yeah.
I mean, Roman, favorite sport, basketball, right?
Right.
My buddy Chase Smith, he works on a golf course. Favorite sport, golf. He's worked at the Masters. Tyler Gregory, I'll give him. He's very good at basketball, but also football, college. He likes all college. Dennis and Andrew, they were kind of a double team on baseball. They're all right. They like more of football though. And then Zach Smith, he's the only hockey guy I know. You like hockey?
I am not the biggest thing on hockey. This is the crazy thing. I love basketball. However, baseball is my first love.
Baseball? You like baseball? Oh my God.
Love baseball.
Good. I hope you'll want to come back on because that's a long season. I'm gonna have to fill these episodes.
I love me some baseball. I'm a big Cubs fan.
Oh yeah, Chicago. So you're Chicago everything.
Everything except college because I didn't start watching college football until I got to Texas, and so I'm a Longhorns fan.
Gotcha.
But that's the only thing outside of my kid. That's the only good thing that comes out of Texas.
There you go. There you go.
But everything else is Chicago through and through.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's do last section pretty much. I don't know if you're a big gambler, but we don't have to do it on the gambling side. Any sports picks you want to give out this week, series or single games?
Well, you better put your money on OKC and San Antonio.
There we go. Y'all heard it there. OKC and San Antonio.
And the Hawks for the upset.
I'm going to throw one out there. I do think Denver's going to come back. I think they're going to come back. I think
that would be some big money if somebody put money on Denver to come back and they pull it off. They probably would win some big money on that one.
And I think that's what everybody wants to see, Denver and Spurs go at it. And
Oh, that
the
would be
winner of that,
fan. That would be magical.
go to OKC or play OKC.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think comes out of the East and why? If you just had to,
At the way that the rate that they're playing right now, I feel like Boston's the best team right now in the East outside of I'm like Orlando's playing good, but I don't think they can outplay Boston in a
right?
7-game series. That would be interesting to watch if
Yeah.
that happens. But right now, the way the teams are playing right now, I just feel like Boston is just levels above everybody else.
What's crazy? Boston's been on top, one seed. They finally get to a 2 seed, but the 1 seed is underperforming like nobody
Playing
else
like
has.
dog water.
I'm like, what are you doing? All right,
Yeah.
same question. What about the West?
I think I'm gonna put my money on San Antonio.
Taking the Spurs. You taking Wemby to the NBA
taking Wemby.
Finals the second year.
I think I'm gonna ride that alien to the NBA Finals.
It's hard to beat him, man.
And
What he's done,
especially if he right, and if he gets to play OKC again in the playoffs and gets to replicate what they did in the regular season, OKC is gonna have a long series.
Like you said, that triangle.
So it's gonna be interesting to see if Denver can pull off that upset and
That
they're
would
able to. That would be intense. That would be beautiful.
that's. I mean, if you think about it, so if Denver comes back, it's going to Game 7.
Yes,
I can only imagine Denver and Spurs go to Game 6 or 7.
They're going to be tired if
And
somehow
then,
Denver is able to come back, beat Minnesota, and then beat San Antonio in 6 games, and then has to play OKC, who could possibly be well rested going into that series. Denver's going to be spent.
Yep. And that series could go to 6 or 7. They got a long road ahead of them. Let's just say that. Or they could just lose next game and be out. Who knows? Which players you think will be the best throughout the playoffs? On those top teams, kind of what you were saying. Players to watch. Who's going to need to play the best to get their teams to the finals? Just a few.
I think if Minnesota is able to stay in long enough and Anthony is able to come back, he's definitely going to have to continue playing the way that he's playing to carry Minnesota to any chance of getting to the NBA Finals. On the East, I think the player to watch right now, just the way that they're playing, I think between anybody right now, but I think Paolo and Wagner right now are just them dark horse players that are just they're young, they're gritty, they're putting their heads down and they're playing ball. Like they're just playing good ball.
Imagine that duo versus Brown and Tatum.
Like that would be great to watch.
Exactly.
So I think those two right there, if they can keep that level of playing, that level of play that they're doing right now against Detroit, which arguably should be the better team on paper. But like if Orlando could do that, I'm not saying that they can just make it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, but if they keep playing like this, they got a legitimate shot at making the conference finals. So I think my sleeper
chance.
Yeah. I think Paolo and Franz are probably
the ones to watch.
Them boys is doing something in Orlando, and
if they're on, it's hard to beat them guys because not only them, they got the surrounding cast around them.
Yeah, you got Bain, you got Desmond Bain, you got Suggs, like you got Wendell Carter, like you have
Wendell. Yep.
You got players that are doing them. They're holding their weight. They're holding their role player position. Nobody's trying to outshine, and they're just allowing their core players, their core major players, to play their game, and everybody is just plugging and playing where they're supposed to and holding their weight. And if like if you look at San Antonio from back in the day,
yeah,
and you had their big three at first, it was just Robinson, Avery Johnson, Sean Elliott, Tim Duncan, Mario Ellis. Like those were their players, right? And then you look at the new big three when it was Tony, Manu, and Tim. Everybody was playing, even though we knew who the big guys were, everybody knew
contributed. Yeah.
And again, them jokers was in the playoffs for almost 18, 19 years straight.
And having a chance to win.
Like you didn't count them out, regardless of what seed they were. Because the way they played fundamental basketball and they played good team ball. So I'm like, if these young cats can in Orlando, they can find that mesh and continue to play like they've been playing these last 3 games and carry it on for the rest of the series and possibly can have a Cinderella run and be an 8 seed that could possibly make a finals run.
And you
listen,
never
know.
In the NBA. You never see that in the NBA.
You never know.
That's right. In the way they're playing, they're not playing like an 8 seed. So
no.
And last one, who takes home the championship?
Probably OKC.
Yeah, it's tough. Like
I'm like, they're the most complete team.
They've done it before.
I'm like, from starters to bench, like they're just stacked.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about how good they are.
Yep. You don't have to worry about if you're up 10, losing a lead, if you give your star players a break, they just go in there and play ball like
they're playing ball. And it's just crazy how deep their bench is. And these cats is young too. Like these jokers are young. And they got all their core players locked up for long-term contracts. And they got draft picks like it's candy.
It's gonna be the freaking how many championships did the Warriors win?
They won I think it was like in 11 years, they won 4. Or no, they won 4 in 9 years.
Do they OKC could get 4 quicker than that, I feel like, if they stick with it.
I'm like, if they keep playing like this,
you can't bet against them. So
and this is the thing, like this is the crazy thing. Like when you look at the way OKC is built right now, you have your 4 core players locked up into big long max contracts, right? And then you have these rookie contracts from the players that you've drafted over the last 2-3 years. And even the ones that you pick up or trade, they're not very big, heavy cap hit contracts. But the thing is, they have a jackload of first and second round draft picks. So even if, let's say, one of their Jay Williams is due for a contract, but you can't afford it, Jaden Williams, you can't afford him to give a contract because let him walk and just draft you another one. You still have your core 4.
Right. And they ain't going nowhere.
And you're just continuously every year building in the draft, replacing somebody that you can't afford because they had a good year. Hey, I got to let you walk. Go get your money somewhere else. But we got your replacement over here. Don't worry.
Right. Because, I mean, one of those draft picks, like you said, they have multiple of them. They're going to be good enough to fill that spot.
So it's like OKC is technically, they got a blueprint where they could be built for the next 8-10 years. And in those 8-10 years, they could probably win 5 to 6 championships total, including the one that they won last year. They could get another 4 or 5 more in the next 10 years. Easy. Without even breaking the bank.
That's crazy. They're set up. Shout out OKC fans out there. I wish I had that in Charlotte, but I'm not even close.
Listen, I wish I had that in Chicago. I don't know what that feels like anymore.
Yeah. Well, Paul, anything else you want to say?
No, man. Thank you for coming out here. Again, me and my friend LaToya, my best friend, we have a podcast. It's called the Lunch Hour Podcast. We stream daily, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Come sit with us. We just talk about stuff that you normally talk about on a daily basis. She just does it to piss me off 90% of the time. And it's great.
That's one of the best podcasts I've ever been on. I went on there I was on the show Extracted, and we had a blast on there. And just
Yes,
watching you
man.
guys, you're so entertaining. So everybody needs to go check them out.
Yeah,
For
we're
sure.
about to hit 150 episodes on Friday. And
Ooh.
we're gonna do something special. We got some special stuff in store. So tune in on Friday. We're having special guests, and it's gonna be intense. It's gonna
And
be intense.
y'all go live at a certain time every day, right?
12
Yeah.
every day, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time.
There we
Every
go.
day, Monday through Friday. And
Perfect.
actually, Friday is actually going to be our somewhat of a season finale. We're still doing Survivor, so we'll be on Thursdays still. But for the most part, we're going to start ramping it down for the season to take a break for the summer. And then we'll be back for season 3 later on in the year.
Sweet. Awesome. Everybody go check that out. Thanks for everyone watching here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. First giveaway again at 100 subscribers. We're almost there. So let's get everybody out there. Go share to a few friends. I'd appreciate it. And again, if you know ball, if you want to get in the Do You Know Ball challenge, reach out to me. I'd be glad to happy to have you guys on here and talk basketball, football, baseball, golf, hockey, whatever you guys want to talk about. Other than that, Paul, I appreciate you so much for coming on. Had a great time. See everybody at the window. Peace.